Linden Lab, the creators of Second Life, tells us that we can become our avatar and get your free avatar by joining Second Life. You can create an avatar that resembles your real life or create an alternate identity. The only limit is your imagination. What do you want to be? They ask us. So let's join. Select our name. Choose an avatar, male or female, and give some basic information. We're then asked to download the viewer, which is just like a browser that you use on your computer, and you'll be able to view the 3D virtual world through this browser. And it comes in many languages. It's called a Second Life viewer. It's not that big of a file. And it's available on Windows, Mac, Linux. Okay. So here we are on Data's Island on the rocky digital shores where we take our classes. This is one of my avatars. I have about 4 or 5 here in Second Life. This one's female, and I use this mostly for any of the filmmaking work that I do here in Second Life. My other avatars might be used to help me, such as for helping me produce something if I need someone else to log in as me and direct people, etc. So you can actually just right-click on a person and look at their profile that way, and you can look and see what groups they belong to. So there's a lot of information you can find out about a digital representation of a real person. When we look at the world, it's 3D, real time with a physics engine, and we're looking at textures on wireframe. So what are we really looking at here? Let's take a look. Let's look at the without textures, so without the colors and the clothing, etc. The virtual world is created from mesh. Everything in this environment is created by a person, by a user. And it's a beautiful world. Let's be off.
I met Gentle in September of last year and thought the work the Heron Sanctuary was doing was pretty amazing. In early 2008, we joined with ALS and the Island Project began.
To me, virtual libraries and virtual worlds feel almost real. You get to know people, you get to experience their characters from the way they dress, the way they act, the things they like to do. It gives you a chance to connect with our users and with each other in a different sort of environment, and it's much more personable than a text chat room or IM's email, something like that.
One of the things that's interesting about Second Life is getting used to communicating in several different approaches at once online, and certainly a couple of the seminars we've had a sort of voice discussion going on whilst at the same time there's been several people using IM simultaneously.
I graduated from UC Davis Vet School in '95. I'm a practice owner of an emergency critical care facility out in Roseville, just about 40 miles east of Sacramento. With the introduction of digital radiography and veterinary medicine, became more and more interested in technologies and medical technology, and really my focus now is integration and interoperability that we were able to witness through DICOM. Would like to see that occur in other modalities, other systems within our profession.
It's always better if you don't tell me you're going to record me, then I can speak better.
No worries.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
James, I wonder if we should get going. I think we've got most of the students here. Can we just have a quick run around and test everybody's sound and make sure that we're all able to see and hear okay? And then James can introduce himself and start off with essentially giving you some information about Second Life and what he does there, and what the whole platform is about, and then doing a demonstration of some building that hopefully we can all watch very carefully and literally fly around and move inside as he builds.
So this is an grind MRI machine that I found a month or two ago. You can actually sit down on it or lie down on it, and it will take you into the scanner, and after a while it will actually play you a little bit of an audio description of how MRI machines work. And this is an example of one of the things that the virtual worlds are being used for increasingly is for simulations of real-world events. So if you've got something where you're probably not going to put people in an actual MRI machine just to show them what it's like. Likewise, you can show them what an operating theater looks like. You can show them what the new design for your new hospital that's currently under construction will look like.
What I'm going to talk about comes from my own experience within Second Life. Sort of, more happening as an accident than any kind of, premeditated kind of thing that, hey, I'm going to go into Second Life. I'm gonna try and make AM radio famous. It was more of a, Second Life. The folks around the office at IBM were saying, hey man, you got to get into Second Life and get into this and check it out, and I did, and I created my avatar name, which at the time I didn't really realize how important that avatar name was in terms of being an artist or a content creator in Second Life, but me being me, I saw that radio last name, and it shows AM on there, mostly because every car that I've ever owned has only ever had an AM radio. People that know me in Second Life know that I drive a 1959 Edsel in real life, and that just has an AM radio in it. So that's really where the name comes from. My whole Second Life experience has been very much a learning experience, and really opened my eyes to the possibilities of virtual worlds. It was a surprise to me. I think, people like to ask me, where does your art come from? What makes you build what you build? And I like to tell people I'm as much a spectator as anybody else. It's really based on my artwork, my painting that I do in real life. Although I'm a programmer, I can script. I really love a really nerdy book on object-oriented programming. I have a background in art, so that kind of gives me a kind of a different perspective. I can do the scripting, I can do the creation, and I understand community or community development, and I've been able to really use Second Life as a lab just to kind of see what happens when my art becomes social